Am I the AO for telling my husband I told you so and laughing at me when we got the paternity test results? What is it with these men that, torture their wives when they get their wives pregnant, but when the baby comes, they feel like the baby is not theirs. Then they torture their wife immediately after coming out from the hospital and start demanding for DNA tests. Let's go ahead and read what this Reddit thread has to say. Hi, 27 years old female. Have been married. I've been married to my husband, which is 28 years old male, for 2 years and gave birth to our daughter 5 weeks ago. I'll try to keep this short so I don't waste your time with any irrelevant details. What happened was that our daughter came out with blonde hair and pale blue eyes, while my husband and I have brown hair and brown eyes. My husband freaked out at this and refused to listen to my explanation that sometimes babies are born with lighter hair and eyes that get darker over time. He demanded a paternity test and threatened to divorce me if I didn't comply, so I did. After my daughter and I got home from the hospital, my husband went to stay at his parents' house for the first 3 weeks to get some space from me while I recover, and he told them what was happening. My mother-in-law called and informed me that if the paternity test revealed that the child wasn't his, she would do anything within her power to make sure that I was taken to the cleaners during the divorce. I had my sister to lean on and help me take care of the baby during this. Mommy's boy is purely mommy's boy. Mommy's boy. Because why would you go to your mother's place to stay 3 weeks when you're having your wife just puts to bed and you're having like trust issues? Then you run to your mother. Then your mother is now threatening your wife and saying that she should just hope the result comes out positive because she's going to show her pepe. It's screaming mommy's boy. Just I'm already getting pissed. I don't know how she managed that she wasn't pissed, but let us go ahead and continue reading this story. Okay, we got the result back yesterday and my husband came home to view them with me. I was on the couch in the living room, so he sat next to me and we started to read the results. They showed that it was the father and my husband had is shocked, kind of mortified look on his face with his eyes wide as he stared at it. I couldn't help but say, I told you so, and started laughing. At that way he looked, my husband snapped out of his shock and got mad at me for laughing at him. We argued for a bit, which was mainly him yelling at me before my sister came downstairs and my husband shut up. After that, my husband went back to his parents' house to clear his head. And 3 hours later, my mother-in-law called to scold me about laughing in my husband's face, because apparently it was kicking him while he was down. She's also left a couple nasty essentials saying the same thing this morning. I don't think I am the AO, but I like outsiders' perspective on this. You all, is she the AO or not? Because apparently for me, I would say she's not the AO. In fact, she's so calm, because the way she's calm needs to even be studied as a married woman. For someone that just put to bed 5 weeks ago, her body is very sensitive, her breast is working, everything is working, the cramps, you know, like your brain is not okay. Your brain is not okay. And the person that you know that is the only one that slept with you to get you pregnant is accusing you of what you did not do. Her calmness needs to be studied. I feel like this our husband right here is or cheated on her or is currently cheating on her. So I feel like if you're cheating on somebody, you already have that mind that your partner is also cheating. You feel like your partner should also be cheating, or you want something to just justify your own cheating. So you blame your partner for cheating because if he had sense, if he was, it's just simple biology. It's just like you saying that a black woman and a black man had sexual intercourse and had a baby, and the baby comes out to be albino, and now the husband comes out and say, I don't have albino in my family, you don't have albino in your family, then how come you give birth to albino? Definitely you went to sleep with another man that has albino. I feel like that is actually a very senseless thought for someone to think like that. There was a time I even saw some pictures. There's some trending babies that were trending that black women gave birth to beautiful babies. They had this blue eyes, some had blue eyes, some had green eyes. There was even another one that this woman gave birth to twins, and the baby had, they were black. I think they're African. They're from Africa, which is weird. And black African man and black African woman, got married and had a baby. So she got pregnant for twins, and when the two girls came out, they had different eyes, green eyes, blue eyes. Like, it's so weird for an African person to have that kind of colored eyes. We are always with black and brown eyes. Like, that is what we have here. So the story was like the husband actually sent her away. It was like, where did she get the baby from? These babies are witches, or she's a witch. Illiteracy. That's just the word. Like, I just feel like it's just illiteracy. So when a man is insisting on paternity tests just because of a physical thing you're seeing, a baby day old, you expect the baby to just look like you, just like magic. Then I feel like he's sick in the head, and that's on period. It's the AO. Mm-hmm. And I don't actually understand whereby men always ask for paternity tests when their wives just put to bed. If you're a man watching this, it's really wrong. Even if you have this slight doubt, it shouldn't be immediately she has put to bed, because when a woman just puts to bed, she's going through a lot. She has a lot that she's going through. Her body is going through a lot, and the pain, everything. She has to carry the child for you for 9 months and go into labor, breastfeeding, and all of that. The wrong timing is for you to start making her feel bad, and is when she just puts to bed. Like, it's just so wrong. It's just so wrong. So now she's asking if she's just the AO for laughing and saying, I told you so. In fact, the guy is even lucky that she only laughed, because as I said, our calmness needs to be studied. Our calmness needs, because it's really, really wrong. And he now wants to gaslight her. So he gaslighted her. If you notice, he gaslighted her just like that and be like, so you're laughing at me. Like, he was one that actually did something very wrong. And now they're trying to put everything on her. You see how this thing works? I don't know. So let's talk about the mother-in-law, the mother of the husband. She clearly doesn't like the wife, and these are kind of mother-in-laws that will frustrate you, even though everything is going well. I feel like the kind of mother-in-law that you cannot run to when their son is actually maltreating you or doing something wrong to, because they'll definitely support their son and blame you for what you did not do. Because of the first threat message she sent telling her that, I just telling her that I hope or make sure that this child is my son's child. If not, I will do anything in my power to make sure. Those are just threats and annoying for coming from a mother-in-law to her. So this mother-in-law clearly doesn't like our son's wife, and it's just so sad. And I'm happy for her that she has a family around, which is her sister that is helping her and be there with her. And I just hope she doesn't have postpartum depression, because these are the things surrounding your life that gives you postpartum depression after giving birth. I feel like the best thing for her, to me, that kind of marriage is going to give her issues later on, because you are just 2 years in and you already have so much trust issues with you, and the family are already against you, and your husband is just being a baby. It's just being a baby, running to his parents' place, doing all those things. He's just been a baby, and his mom even controlling the whole situation. She's going to have a lot of issues in that marriage, and she just needs to know that beforehand. In fact, some people in the comment section were like, you know what, you just have to file a divorce, blah 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 blah. And I know some people will also say everything's all about divorce and all of that, but then I would say that she should just know what she's into and be ready for it, because this whole paternity testing, just she should see it in another direction, because I feel like she just see that it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. It wasn't funny. The whole act wasn't funny, and it wasn't funny at all. And she needs to see that. That's just me. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. And thank you so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified when I upload interesting video like this one. All right, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.